Hello, my friends. Today I am going to be making one pot, low carb and keto, Zuppa Toscana. That is literally the title of the recipe. So have you guys ever gone to Olive Garden and had their Zuppa Toscana soup? So this is a soup that has sausage and potatoes and kale in this like creamy broth, and it's a little bit spicy. It's so good. Okay, well, this is a recipe that we can have when we are having an S dinner. And I've made this before, and it is absolutely delicious. And I'll make sure to link the recipe in the description box. So if that sounds like something good to you, then stick around. My name is Christy with Help for Your Journey, where my goal is to inspire and encourage you in your trim, healthy mama lifestyle. And if you watch till the end, I am going to try my new kitchen gadget. This is something that you're supposed to be able to use to make stripping kale or herbs or that type of thing like a breeze. I saw somebody on another YouTube channel using this, and I was like, oh, I gotta have me this. I haven't tried it yet, so we're gonna try it in a little while here. So what I have going in this pot, I need a spatula. What I have going in this pot is a pound of mild Italian sausage, a small diced up red onion, because I was making another recipe earlier that called for red onion, and why not just cut up what I need for this recipe at the same time? Like, this is what I'm always saying, you guys. What can you do to make things easier for your future self? If you're gonna have to cut onions, why not take a second and look at the menu plan that I know you have and see what other meals this week do I have that could use some chopped onion, and just do it all at once. I don't know about you, but I don't particularly enjoy chopping onions. I'm always that person that has like the tears are just like streaming down my face. It's not my favorite thing. Actually, a lot of times my husband will be like my sous chef and he'll chop the onions for me because I really don't like it. So what other recipes are gonna need that this week? What other recipes are going to need just other things chopped while you're waiting for something else to cook? There's usually something that you can do to just help your future self. So I'm cooking up my Italian sausage and my onion, and I also need to add 6 slices of bacon. This is the bacon that I buy at Sam's. There are 72 slices of bacon in here, and all you have to do is microwave it for like 20 seconds. It's amazing. I love it. So I have 6 pieces of bacon here, and this is what I'm gonna do. I didn't heat this up because it's already cooked. I'm just gonna use some scissors, and right over the pot, I am just going to cut this into pieces and just let it fall right in. You don't need to be fancy about this, just get it in there. I'm gonna kind of keep it kind of smallish, just so that more bites can have bacon in it, right? Everything's better with bacon. This is an S meal, by the way. So S stands for satisfying, which are the meals that we're going to have that have fat, that have more than 5 grams of fat. Well, with the bacon and the pound of Italian sausage and the heavy whipping cream I'm going to be adding in, this is definitely an S meal. It's so good though. All right. Once the meat is done, we're gonna add in some garlic. We gotta get this sausage cooked first. I am the type of person, I like when I'm making ground meat, whether it's to put in spaghetti or lasagna or tacos or whatever, I don't like big chunks of ground meat in my dish. I don't know if I'm weird because of that, but I really like to get it just chopped up pretty fine. So I'm just going to keep working on this. We're going to let this cook up. All right, let's just kind of look ahead here. So we are going to need 4 cups of low sodium chicken broth. I don't have any chicken broth right now, but I do have vegetable broth. I'm going to use that. I have no doubt that it will be just fine. And I'm also going to need 4 cups of cauliflower. I've used frozen in this before. I've used fresh and frozen. The frozen is the way to go. It's so much easier. I think you can get like 12 ounces of frozen cauliflower for like $1. It's totally the way to go. But we just got a CSA delivery on Saturday, and there happened to be 2 heads of cauliflower in there. So yesterday, as I was figuring out what I could do to help my future self, I cut this up. Now, this is probably a little more than 4 cups, definitely more than 4 cups. It's probably about 5. That's okay. Oh my gosh. Maybe it's been a minute since I've had Italian sausage because it smells so good. It smells so good. It's going to be almost done. So I've got my cauliflower. We're going to do some crushed red pepper flakes, which are optional, but if you like a little bit of spice, you'll really like the red pepper flakes in it. It's so good. All right, I'm going to be loud for a second. You know what I should be using? Let me see if I can find it. I just recently got this. It's Pampered Chef to cook your ground meat. I keep forgetting that I have it. Let's see if this just like magically breaks it up better. Yeah, it looks pretty good. In my garlic, 3 cloves of minced garlic. This is the big thing of garlic I just get from Sam's. So easy. Let this cook up for a little bit. Okay, in a second, what am I doing? I'm going to add my cauliflower, my broth, and my red pepper flakes and simmer on medium for 15 minutes or until the cauliflower is tender. So I just want to make sure that this is good and done. Looks pretty good. So let me get this broth in. I'm a little worried that I might not have enough. I might just add some water to this. Let's see what it looks like once I get my cauliflower in. Because I really just want to use all this cauliflower. Yeah, we're going to need more liquid. And my red pepper flakes, which is half a teaspoon. So let me just give this a stir. see. I think even though I am gonna add heavy whipping cream, once the cauliflower is done, I think I am gonna add just maybe a little bit of water. Can you tell that I'm not I like a recipe as much as the next guy, but you know, sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. So let's take a look at this kale herb stripper. Okay, so I think you're supposed to, okay, so there's all these different size holes, and I think you're supposed to just find the one that which way do you do it? Oh, I thought there was like a blade in this. There's not a blade in these holes. Okay, this is interesting. Okay, so you find the hole that your stem fits in. Hi. And then you like pull it. Okay, wait. Let's see. Okay, wait. Oh! Did that? Because some of my stem, oh, no, I thought some of my stem was in here. Okay, let's do another one. Okay, so if I find, okay. Okay, all right. Well, that strips that sucker pretty clean. I actually, the same YouTuber that I saw this little device on, when she stripped her kale leaves, she actually cut these up into, you know, kind of, you know, pieces like this big. And she said you can put them in the freezer and you can use them in recipes kind of like you would use green beans. So I'm thinking like a stir fry would probably be great. Again, it's another one of those things where it kind of seems like free food because it's something that I would normally throw away. So once I clean these leaves off, I'm gonna cut these up into little pieces and stick them in my freezer, and then I'm gonna use them for stir fry. So I'm gonna keep going with the kale. I'm gonna let this cook for 15 minutes or until the cauliflower is done, and I will see you back here in a few minutes. Okay, I am back and my cauliflower is cooked in the soup now. So what I am going to do is I'm going to add 1 cup of heavy whipping cream, and I also put some salt and pepper in this. It just says salt and pepper to taste. So I am going to put that in. Let's get more of this, try to get a little more of this out. And then the other thing that I want to do is I want to stir in my kale. So I stripped the kale leaves off of those stems. Here's the stems that I have left over that I cut up into kind of bite-sized pieces. I'm going to stick these in my freezer. And it calls for, Alexa, stop. It calls for only 2 cups of kale, but I don't care. I'm adding all this in because you know how it just like shrinks to nothing once it cooks, like spinach and kale and all that. So once I stir this up, it is kind of, my pot is really full. Once I stir this up though, and the kale kind of, okay, so maybe I should have added a little more liquid. Oh, it looks so good though. Well, you know what, we're gonna get our leafy greens in today. That's all. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, so it is shrinking down nicely. So let me just keep stirring this for a couple more seconds until that. You know what, I think I'm actually going to add some water to this. I don't think it's gonna hurt anything, and I don't think it's gonna take away from the flavor. Just gonna add a little bit of water. Hey love, I'm making a video right now. It's just my husband watching a funny YouTube video. Okay, yeah, that's a little bit better. I'm glad that I added that extra liquid. Okay, so Okay. It says that you can top with Parmesan cheese or some extra crispy bacon bits, and the leftovers keep well in the fridge. I've actually put this in the freezer and it turned out great when I took it out. So let me dish this up, and because I know you can't see in this pot very well, I want you to be able to see what this looks like. Get a little more. Like, you guys, can you see this? I can't tip it very good. See it? Like, cry me a river that we get to eat this and lose weight or maintain our weight. So I hope that you guys try this. It is so stinking good. And if you have been missing out on that soup from Olive Garden, miss out no more. So if you found value in this video, if you would give it a like, I would really appreciate it. And even more, if you would subscribe to my channel, that would just help me out so much and help other people be able to see this content. So I really appreciate you watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.